Please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. All right, welcome everybody to the warm one. Good. Motion to approve the minutes of the regular board meeting held on June 10th, 2025.
So moved.
I got a second? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion to approve the financial statements for the month of June 2025. Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Thank you. Okay, a couple things. Let's talk about the transfers from General A and the Highway Department VA. These are transfers for the approval of the, that we already did for the truck sweeper, sweeper truck and the playgrounds. Okay, so it's, again, using the sweeper, some of the sweeper truck is using some of the ARPA money, and that's the 100,000, and the 38,000 is also ARPA money using for the playground. Okay, we're upgrading the playground. All right, so those are the ones we've already approved. We're just moving the money from line to line out of the ARPA money into, obviously, that we can pay it out of those lines. Park and Rec. As you get down into Highway DA, there's also a transfer in there for 75,000. That is from their reserve fund that they actually had from last year, and that's actually going towards as well as the sweeper truck. So, if everyone remembers, we already approved the okay on it. We just got to move the money. All right. All right. Board members, any questions on it right now? Good. All right. All right. Looking for a resolution to approve it as it reads in front of you. The transfers that need to happen in order to purchase, obviously, the sweeper truck and pay playground equipment.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay, thank you. The fence. We talked about the fence around the new pickleball court and the pool. We have a company that can actually tighten those all off and put screens up. The company is, bear with me. Carl Christie, that's not what I wanted. Sorry, just bear with me. It's from Weather Tile Fencing. That's who gave us a bid. It's under the price that we need, more than ever. Just letting you know that we're gonna go with black then for the screen. Okay with that? All right, that's the update on that. Probably have it up in a couple weeks. We're gonna again do the L shape around the pickleball court and obviously a new fencing around, or excuse me, screening around, windscreens around the pool.
It's gonna face this way and the pools.
Correct. Yeah. And we're gonna double check before, you know, I'm sure you're gonna be down there for that, but yes, that's exactly what's happening. Let's see. Also, this kind of popped into, it kind of came through, is that they're going to be church cutting. I don't want you bringing this up yourself, Wayne, about the county doing some culvert work on Holman City Road, Church Street, up to Cedar Lake Road. Do you guys
There's
see
two
that?
box culverts they're replacing
Yeah.
between and 20.
Yeah. So we're going to be rerouting everybody up Mohawk Street. So just a little heads up. I don't know if that's in your packet or you were able to see it. No, here it is. All right.
Does it say when they're starting that?
No, she doesn't.
July,
Yeah, I didn't think it was.
Tentative date of closure is July 22nd, could take up to 60 days.
Because they wanted to meet with me to trace out all the water lines and see where, and I haven't heard anything. So I'll call them.
again, it's tentative because of the weather.
Right.
Could be.
All right. Yeah, we do really think it's gonna take 60 days.
It really shouldn't take 60 days, but well, some of the stuff is, if it's not a precast, then they're actually like pouring concrete to do it. Most of it is precast, but I mean, that's usually the time you have to wait for concrete to cure.
Okay.
But
Okay.
they might be open for that.
Okay. All right. All right. Does that actually flood out quite a bit on that road?
What's that?
Does it flood out?
It's not, I think it's just, it's overgrown and
I think it's.
what's going on with everything, I think it's,
I think part of the one down by, past our shop.
Yeah.
Towards church, I think part of that is separated.
and I believe they're putting a bigger one in above King Road.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. Well, that's good. All right. That's all I had. Any questions for myself?
I had someone approach me about having music in the park, like like
Big band
not a
style
crazy
stuff?
band, yeah.
Like they used to do in the
Yeah,
past?
yeah, so I don't know if it's something
Thursday night big band.
you can look at, or,
Yeah, it definitely can. We'll have to get with Carrie when she
Yeah.
gets in here, and just pull her to the side and see what she can do. We'll be trying to get the same bands that are probably playing, does Clinton do something like that as well?
I think New Hartford does.
And Norca does?
I think there's somebody local.
Spraza used to be involved in it, I think, and Gary's wife used to be involved. in
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah, so,
that's a good call, maybe touch base with Kale.
see if we can,
Try to get that going again?
yeah.
Yeah. I know there was always a budget line for that. You know, there was, I don't know if we paid them, I don't know. Those years went on, I don't know if we still have that line. We'll double check with them. But stuff, maybe they'll just come. Alright. We'll talk to Carrie about that. Town clerk, Mike Wilson.
Alright, so the only thing I really have is, we need to set a standard workday resolution, which is something that may have been done in the past, but it's not current either
Okay.
way. So the standard workday is, basically has to do with retirement and setting the standard workday for specific titles. So on the agenda, it says like 6-hour standard workday is for a majority of all the titles. And then the 8-hour standard workday is for things like, the water department, the highway department. And that's pretty much that end part for like Don.
Okay.
And it just goes along with how the reporting is.
Okay. Do you need 2 different resolutions on this one?
No, it's just one resolution, approving these titles at these hours.
Okay. Is there a reason in front of you, of course, a 6-hour day, standard work day, or how it is in front of you, and then you got the 8 hours. Is there any questions on this before we do the resolution? Okay. All right, looking for a resolution for the 6-hour day standard work day for these titles, and an 8-hour day standard for these titles.
So, second.
All in favor?
Okay.
Anybody opposed? Thank you. All right. What else, Mike?
That's pretty much it. Everything's been going pretty good. Pavilion rentals are definitely up there. Carrie
Are
will
they?
definitely report on that, but, yeah, it's been pretty steady.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty full this week down there,
Yeah.
this weekend.
Mhm.
People love it.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. All right, any questions for Mike? Thanks, Mike. Wayne, highway superintendent.
Some of the guys been asking about, maybe starting up a Facebook page for the highway department. I've been in contact with Town of Marcy, Jim Shane, who's the highway superintendent out there. He's been doing one for probably, I'm gonna say a little, not maybe a year and a half now, it's right in that. He said he's had absolute great success with it. Obviously, I'm not a Facebook person, but, Jason, Marvin, and Steve Messer have offered to, police it. I'll police it, obviously. Nothing would be posted unless I said it would be posted. I already laid that down, so. Informational, we're talking about hiring, putting a guy on or two coming up here. Just things like that, road projects we do, I know we posted on the page, but hell, everybody looks at Facebook, everybody. So we didn't know if it might be something you folks would be interested in us doing. That's up to you guys.
Sounds good to me, people.
Like I say, no comment section, no nothing. If somebody wants to talk to somebody, they're gonna have to call me. Literally pick up their phone and call me. I'm not going back and forth on this garbage,
Yeah.
or
Because
you're
you can make it informational.
gonna stop to the garage and send it.
There's a whole bunch of things, no comment sections, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, we talk about all the stuff about, leaf pickup in the fall. Well, the problem is, we do it, everybody knows we do it, but everybody loves to throw their stuff together with the brush and everything, and, we could put something out that we could separate and do different things, just kind of informational for, if, got a bad storm coming, we could post some stuff out, about what we're doing, sometimes people like to know what you're doing.
Okay, IT, what's the thoughts on that? Is something
It's
you
pretty
guys can handle?
straightforward, anybody could really do it as long as you, when you set it up, you just make it informational. Oh, you mean, we'd have to talk to Carrie. Carrie set up the park one and to make it, I don't know if it's government issued or however it is, but to get it set up the way that she has it set up.
Okay.
But we'll get it together, as long as you guys are cool with it. then
Yeah,
There's
as
no
long as
reason
you
why we
guys
won't
are
get it done.
Okay.
in favor of it, we're.
And that is the truth, I mean, people look at that way more than they look at our websites or anything else. They're, I mean,
True.
yeah, it's on the internet.
It's on Facebook, too,
Okay, all right, just a motion then that we can set up a Facebook account for the highway department.
Make a motion.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Okay, Mike will get with you and,
Yep.
okay.
What do you got?
The road update, we've been cutting shoulders on Cannon Factory Road, culvert pipes that we basically got for nothing are all in place, all repaired. We got a couple of spots that we have to put some hot mix in, and they're probably gonna be here end of the month, the cold pave Cannon Factory.
Okay.
So that should be finished by, I'm hoping, first week in August. And second week or third week of June, Barrett Paving got the contract to do Canning Factory, and that's gonna be done also. So hopefully everything's
Okay,
done before August.
okay.
And I talked to the road striping guy too also, and, I was actually kinda glad when I called him, because he's like, well, you're probably not gonna see us till mid-August. I was like, thank God.
Okay.
So we could get all the road, everything that we repair will be fixed and
All right.
remined and what have you.
Are you still using the same?
Yeah, the
vendor?
Seneca.
Yeah. Yeah, cause he seems to be really good on price.
Yeah, he's, I mean, I think the last year, when Jim did it, was, $10,000 or $11,000 cheaper than what we could get the county,
Right,
so.
yeah. Right, that helps, which made that money available for you for this year to buy that, the sweeper truck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, that's good. All right. Are you still gonna try to do, Campbell Road, to try to get that ready? Is
We're
that-
gonna cut shoulders on Campbell Road, and we're gonna, I don't know we're gonna fix all the shoulders down through there. That's gonna be something we're gonna try to get done before the fall, because next year when they come in and they give us the price on the road, they won't have to, that'll be all taken care of.
Right.
It'll be putting the top on, and, because that is the road we want. If Cannon Factory wasn't as bad as Cannon Factory was this year,
Yeah,
we definitely were planning on doing Campbell. But
okay.
unfortunately, believe it or not, Campbell Road's in better shape than Cannon Factory Road was.
That's tough to believe, but,
Yeah.
wow.
I can tell you this, the last time that, King Factory Road had blacktop on it was 24 years ago. We go back, so obviously it's held up for 24 years. They don't recommend anything past 10, if you're gonna check. But anyway, that's what we're doing, I think, they said they cut 30 loads out of there, we've cut out, the shoulders and, widened everything out and did everything. I've told you folks before, we got the culvert pipe donated to us. We had to put the 48-inch culvert pipe and the 224s in there, and the county actually donated us the pipe. I mean, that's,
Good stuff.
yeah, it might not sound like a lot, but it's probably about, by the time with both sets of pipes, it's probably about $11,000 worth of pipe that we were able to get.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
Very good. Appreciate the county helping us out.
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
Very much. That's great. All right, what do you wanna talk about the salaries?
Yeah, we talked,
Yep.
last month, kind of wrote up a little thing for you folks to look at how it goes. Basically, what it is we had a man retire, obviously we know somebody retired in March.
Yeah.
So he was one of the senior guys here that left. Basically, we wanna move guys around now into the senior spot for the wage. That's kinda how you see how this stuff is worded here.
Okay.
It's no increase to anything, we already have the money in our budget,
Yeah.
for it. So it's basically just, we're gonna move a different name into the position that was there. That's kinda how, how it works.
All right.
And we talked with Mike about, in the past, I wanna say that way back, when Joe Jurzak and them, they talked about like merit raise stuff and all that.
Sure.
It never ever really, I don't know why it never did, I mean, I never really had anything to do with it, as I was on the other side of it. But, that's one of these things right here, what we did in past winter and what them guys been doing, and we're still a guy short, you know, and guys are sick and whatever, and we're still maintaining, you know, everything what we got, so I that's really kinda, you know, they've been working their butts off.
Yeah, are you looking for a part-time person still? for the
I,
winter?
we talked about maybe looking for a seasonal,
Yeah,
I don't know about part-time right now because of the season.
yeah, right,
It might not be part-time.
yeah, you're right, it's probably more seasonal than part-time. Yeah.
But, you know, because right now, I mean, you know, sometimes it would be nice to have that other set of hands at the shop, but in the hindsight, we need more hands in the winter.
I know.
And if we could do seasonal, that's another thing we kinda like to post out on the, Facebook thing, you know, things like that.
Right.
But that's kinda where that stands, it's basically moving the guys into another position that was there,
Okay,
so to speak.
I get it, and I know there's the years where you didn't get raises, so we get that, so.
Yeah,
I know.
I don't- listen, you guys been more than generous and helpful to us, so.
Alright, so you're just looking to move these up a little bit, I'm surprised there was even somebody at $17 still.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesse's running a big truck. during the
Actually, he
winter
plowed,
time.
he plowed all year for us last year, and, actually on the Nida Street run,
Yeah,
he got his license in December. Everybody knows what happened January 3rd
you're right,
until March 31st. And that kid, them two kids, I never were off the road, never broke down, never had to go pull them out. I just, very fortunate to
yeah,
have them kids.
okay, alright,
I wish I could find two more,
alright,
honestly.
I gotcha.
But
Wait, any questions? Alright, it looks like we probably gotta get that off, it looks like, so, I got custodians are working $17 an hour. These guys are driving huge trucks.
That's cheap.
You gotta see all this stuff. And you're on call 24/7 during winter time. You know what I'm saying?
That's cheap as that.
I know. Alright, okay, looking for a resolution then for, or a motion to, highway employees as listed in front of us, to have merit raises, effective pretty much immediately.
the next pay would be next pay.
The next pay, the next pay.
It's up to you.
As you see it in front of you, can I get a motion on that, please? Can I get a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. We know the guys are working hard. What else, Wayne?
I think that's all for me.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you. Any questions for Wayne, though?
Doing a great job, Mike.
Yep, for
We're
sure.
trying.
No,
I had,
you're trying, you're doing
Just before we get to Joe, we went to, we cut the shoulders up in, Rockway's house up there, and, he comes out and he told Steve to go through the grader, he goes, I don't care how close to the pine you gotta get, you do what you gotta do. He goes, well, we were gonna go up and fix it up with the, backhoe install that, he goes, hell, I'm just happy to see the shoulders getting cut and a new pavement going down. He was just tickled to see, here I thought he was coming to yell at us because of the dust, and he was thanking us, and oh my God, do what you gotta do. So,
Take that.
yeah, it was good.
Okay, all right. Water and sewer, Joe?
I actually just have a couple things. I'm gonna start with this, GPS tool that Mike has on here.
Yeah.
Remember I spoke to you guys quite a while ago about getting the GPS thing, and as we did more research on it, it wasn't, because we gotta take it out in the field, and if you drop it and all this stuff, it's just not good. Juniper come out with this Geode, they call it, and it's on a little pole, connects to the cell phone, does all that, it's good within 10 centimeters.
Okay.
So Jim Flint came out with us, and he did some locating, and we went up in the development here on all this stuff,
Yeah.
and it was right on the money. So I'm having trouble with this because I printed it all out, and now I can't find his prices on my email, but
All right.
it does fall below our procurement policy.
All right.
The only reason, not the only reason, because I like to tell you guys what's going on anyway. The reason for, oh, here it is. The reason for me bringing it to the board is the annual subscription is $495 a year.
Okay.
for this, in
Okay.
order to do it. And the nice thing about it, it's our meter, and I'll tell you about that in a few minutes, but, this system will actually coordinate with it doesn't, with the hydrants and stuff like that, as far as the mapping for the fire departments.
Yeah,
This system, everything's stored in the cloud, with the new CAD system for Oneida County that's gonna be implemented July 15th. That's all gonna be stored in the cloud, everything will be able, they'll be able to transfer me information here,
Oh.
and
okay,
likewise the other way, so.
no brainer.
With county planning for sewers and stuff like that, because they GIS all of our sewers already,
Alright,
so that would all come into this system.
alright,
This one I believe is gonna work out better than that other one we did, so I'm glad I didn't really jump on that. So that's that. Obviously the bids were open for the pump station across the street.
yeah, for Sulphur Springs Road,
Yep.
Booster,
Yep, for, Marty Hubbard, I don't know when you wanted to
yeah.
do that now, if you wanted to
Yeah.
award that currently.
Yeah, let's do it, we wanna get it done, right?
Yep.
It's the same, this is the same setup as, Butler Road.
Yes, be the same setup, and that's actually the same company, so.
Yeah, same, they were great to us, so, alright, so you're looking for that motion then, to award M. Hubbard Construction, for the Sulphur Springs Road Water Booster Pump Station upgrade.
Yep.
That being the lowest bid of $265,919. Is there a motion?
I'll make some
Okay, second, please.
Okay, second.
All in favor?
more. Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Alright, probably have a contract we're going to sign somewhere.
Yes, Mike probably has it.
No, not yet. So basically, what I'll do is I'll send to Dotson that we awarded the bid
Yeah,
for Hubbard, and then he will provide any
Oh, yeah, you-
contract that needs to be signed.
right. Okay.
And the Bellamy Construction, we're gonna hold off on that.
Yeah, we're having a meeting with.
We'll have a meeting with Dotson, in the next couple weeks to decide where we're going with this.
Too many options.
All of a sudden, there's too many options. I don't get it.
It was the bids that came in for it, they're happier than heck with.
Yeah,
Their concern is going forward with the new pump station and stuff. They've seen electrical contractors' bids come in 3 times of what they estimated.
that's what's happened?
Yeah, so he said he really wants to sit down with us and go over this budget part of it, and so, yeah, he said 2 different projects, one was 2 times higher and one was 3 times more.
Why so, do you think? Why?
Products, everything's going up, copper, just everything that they use is
Yeah.
probably doubled in price since COVID, or tripled, or since we've been bidding this system.
Okay,
So it's just, nature of the beast right now. So we'll, like you said, we'll hold off on that and do that. One more thing, the truck,
yeah,
I didn't say that to Mike because I forgot about it. It went out for bid on the county's bid spec,
yeah.
and GM told them they're not building any more 25s, so we have to wait. So now,
They're 2026.
next month, I believe. I'm hoping it's before winter, because I really want to transfer that truck so they can use that plow for what they want to use it for.
Yeah, right.
I'm hoping, because once we order it, that'll be fine to switch,
Okay.
I don't care about the time for getting it, it is what it is.
All right,
But, so once that's done, we'll transfer that. So we have to, the reason is we have to wait on when they open the builds for the 26s.
okay,
So that's where we're at.
all right, we'll just have to adjust probably our resolutions on that.
We'll just have to redo it. We can probably throw.
Just make a new resolution when you're
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah, whatever that price is for the 26, and then we'll go from there.
All right,
So,
that's it.
just in case anybody's wondering, because that hasn't happened yet, so that's where we're at.
All right.
And I think that's all I've got.
Any questions for Chuck?
I just want to say sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
I-
Don't worry,
I
don't worry. You're good.
Texted him
Yeah,
earlier.
you're good. Don't worry about it. Glad to see you. All right, we're gonna write down the agenda. We are.
Yeah, good places.
Yeah. All right. Joe, thank you. Patty, assessor.
The final assessment roll was filed in Mike's office on July 1st. And water billing program is going slow.
That's a new software?
Yes.
That is?
Yeah, it's moving a little slow, but I've been, I'm gonna be working with Debbie again tomorrow
All right,
to get things going.
We have 3 different districts for meter reading.
yeah.
So the first 3 on this new system are gonna be hard because we're using more numbers than we ever have. You know, they want every number off the meter,
Oh, they do?
not just the 4 with the zeros that we used, so.
Okay. All
It's a
right.
little bit difficult right now, cause you gotta change some of them to make them work and all that. But after the next month, we read the 3rd section, so from then on, it should be
All right.
good.
Just data entry is a lot?
Yeah.
Kind of what's happening here?
Yep, just the first time,
Yeah, very first.
To make
time,
it-
just
yeah,
data entry.
yep.
Yeah.
so,
That's fair enough.
yeah,
Nothing's gonna be that smooth, huh?
no,
No, we thought it was just gonna load right in, it'll be perfect.
Yeah,
Didn't work out that way, but.
no.
until next month, or 2 months.
Till
Yeah,
after
exactly.
that, September.
Yep, September will be good.
All right, okay. What else, Dave?
Sorry.
I'm looking to get reappointed, again, as assessor for the next 6 years.
6 years. Wow.
6 years. What's the dates on this, do you know?
September 30th.
Don't have it in front of me, but I think it's September.
September 30th is the end of my,
All right, so we have another month or so just to get our ducks in a row here.
I won't be here in September, I'll be on vacation, but
Yeah.
you can appoint me 9 months up, anywhere between January and September.
Okay, I got you, okay, all right. Gotcha, Dave, all right. Anything else, Dave? Any questions for Patty? Thank you, Patty. Gina, codes and zoning.
I worked with Mohawk Valley Stormwater Coalition, and they had $135,000 grant. So I worked with them, and we were one of the 6 communities that were getting part of the grant, and they're gonna GIS map, and they're gonna start mapping our outflows and outfalls.
Yeah.
And so I wanna say, especially with the highway stuff and what he went over, I wanna thank Wayne for letting Steve and Marvin come to the MS4 meetings about, you know, the culverts and the outfalls.
Sure.
It works out good, and they're gonna be the ones working with the county, will be coming out to GISs and map, and we gotta go out to them and stuff. So Marvin and Steve are gonna be contacts to go out and find them and help them map them. And so they've been working really hard, so I wanna thank them.
Okay, great,
And
great.
actually, too, Marvin, him and I were working, we were trying to get another grant for a vacuum truck, and Marvin's like, can you get that grant paper? And he went through and got it. Right now, it's not feasible, because we'd have to do a 25%, you know, match in kind or whatever.
Okay.
But, he worked hard on it, you know, him and I, he worked with me on it, and very appreciative, and they, you know, so,
Very
I
nice.
just wanna say
That's
thank you
great.
for letting them
Yeah.
work with us on that. That
I'm
MS4
glad
is a
they're doing it.
nightmare now with
I
DEC.
really do like doing it.
Yeah.
Good.
'cause-
And they do good, they, you know, anything they get minutes, they come back, you know, they've been great about it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Because DEC and EPA are really cracking down, so it's really good that we're all now in this, working together with that, and that we're getting this mapped, and that we were one of the 6 communities
Great.
that,
Great job
once I
on
got
it,
the
Jen.
paperwork in
Great
to
job.
get this part of the grant.
Great.
And just the South Tower has reached out, they haven't done anything yet, but they are reaching out about getting permits, so hopefully something will, you know, go forward from there pretty soon.
Okay.
And, I did 8 building permits since the last meeting, worked on 3 complaints, went out on 12 inspections, and today I'm working with another gentleman that came in, and we're working on, to build another residence, so that would be house number 4 so far this year, which is good for our community.
Yeah.
So, you know, we got a little few things, variances to work through, but, so we're working on that, he came in today, so it's
Great.
really blooming, a lot of permits.
Great, that's good. Yeah, if you could pass it along from the board as well for Marvin and Steve, thank you as well. Yeah, please. Yeah, we appreciate that, everything, because I know it's after work and having those extra meetings, we
Yeah,
appreciate it as well.
they've been great, I mean,
Yeah.
it's,
Good.
communication's great, which we all know that's how it works well and
Sure,
quick.
And it's a lot, you know, because of these
Yeah.
outfalls, if they don't get inspected, we get fined,
Yeah.
high money.
Like hundreds of thousands
Yeah.
of dollars, not
And they,
just
we have so many, so now they're
5,000.
working with me, so it's nice working with the highway, because a lot of it's their part of the MS4 too, where before they did kind of work,
Okay.
so, yeah.
They,
The old highway.
Alright,
So it's really nice that we're getting this all together.
alright, super. Alright, thank you again for going for that grant for the GPS.
Yeah,
so-
yeah, because this was desperate.
Yeah, that's great, that'll help us out as well. It sounds like it might help out with Joey's,
Yeah, that'll be good.
you know, with that whole
Yep.
system, software, so,
Yeah.
great.
oh,
Growing.
that'd be huge.
Yeah,
It's growing.
Good, well, let anyone know.
Oh, that'd be huge.
Yeah, good luck.
Okay, alright, anything else, Gina?
No, that's all I have.
Any questions for Gina? Thank you, Gina. Carrie's probably just running late with the park, but it seems to be going well. They were taking a couple incidents down there, but. Let's see, going to executive session, you good, Tony?
Don't have anything
Okay.
scheduled to
Alright, you got anything that you wanted to bring to us at all?
At the moment, no, but I will be putting together a very short written report based upon some filings. Just to kind of give the board timeline
Okay.
where we are with the cases.
Alright,
We'll have that next couple of weeks.
Okay.
We're done sooner, except my partner, Mr. Bob Rowe, is in Alaska,
right,
so
alright, gosh, yeah, kinda wants vacation too, huh? Alright.
JC,
Yeah,
that, the initial price on it is 3,500.
3,500.
Oh, GIS.
Yeah, so.
No, I know it's under the procurement, I just,
Procurement, but,
yeah,
Alright, it seems like everything's reasonable too for software.
yeah.
And just in your packets too, guys, just a reminder, there is a thing regarding the, I hate to say it, it's budget year time again here. Yeah.
Where'd that year go?
I know,
I feel like she keeps telling us that earlier and earlier.
I know. It's like, we're in July right now, we're talking about the budget.
Well, August,
I know.
that's when the estimates go out.
So,
Wow,
they'll be coming out, department heads,
thanks a lot.
on board, we'll have to kinda get together too. I know, Danielle had some dates that she really couldn't work with us, but she obviously will work with us with anything. So probably next month, we'll probably have to put some dates on the calendar, meeting, maybe for a workshop, you know, kinda go over a couple things, so. Alright, so probably bring your calendars, your schedules with you if you could, alright, as best you can. Alright, I think that's all I have, unless you guys have anything for me. No?
The budget going forward looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good.
Good,
Yeah.
good, still looking good, no issues there. Okay. You do good?
Yeah, did we
Yeah.
discuss that already?
Yeah.
And you approved? Okay. Nice chart.
If it wasn't for Kim and Mike really helped me out, so that they do.
Because I knew that that's what we asked for.
Yeah.
Yep.
we talked.
Yeah, so
Okay.
just, they really did help me out.
I'll be watching.
It's only a
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
help
yeah.
each other.
Yeah, we appreciate your time, I know it's. Alright, then, motion to pay the vouchers.
Make the motion.
Can I get a second?
Yeah, okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Thank you.
Gotcha. Alright, motion to close the meeting at 5:33 PM. Second? Alright, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Again.